Today on DC News Now, it's a cold start to your week with some areas thawing out this afternoon. Meteorologist Damon Matson is tracking warmer temperatures.
Well, the polls are officially open in D.C. for early voting. I'll tell you how you can vote and what you can expect to see on the ballot.
The Virginia governor and attorney general are taking their fight to the Supreme Court. We'll break down the ruling.
And the ball is caught!
Also, the Washington Commanders pulling a miracle Hail Mary for the win.
Never in doubt. Jaden Daniels is our guy.
Recapping Sunday night's buzzer beater. It's about prevention and early detection during this breast cancer month.
The number one risk factor is being a woman.
Learn some crucial prevention tips from a local top doc.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Meteorologist Damon Matson joins us now with a check on the forecast. Damon, it's Monday. The sun is shining. The Commanders with that big Hail Mary win. I think we're off to a pretty good start.
I'd say so, Mark, for sure. It was a little chilly this morning, but that big-time win for Commanders fans out there, that chill didn't even bother you at all, I'm sure. But, hey, we're warming things up, of course, after we started out very cold in the 30s, low 40s this morning. That sunshine has pushed us back up. Now, it is still going to take a little bit longer to get out of the lower to middle 50s that we have across some of our coldest locations from earlier this morning. That includes the I-81 corridor back into the Allegheny front there in the mountains. Now closer to D.C., slightly better. Upper 50s in Manassas, low 60s in the district, down into parts of southern Maryland. So at least we've already made it back to the 60s in a few locations across the DMV. But yet again, the main story with our weather going into this new week is the fact that high pressure is still sticking around. This latest wave of high pressure is a little bit more north and east of us. That's what brought in some of that much chillier air yesterday leading into today. But as that continues to stick around, outside of a few high clouds streaming in from the north and west, we will see a very sunny sky and have a beautiful afternoon in front of us. It will not be quite as chilly as it was yesterday. Highs across most of the area will reach the low to mid 60s. And then as we head into the overnight hours, it will cool down again. But we're not looking at some of the same cold temperatures that we had last night. Now, how long can this dry, sunny stretch continue to last? We'll have that answer in your full forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Early voting happening across the DMV. Many people have already started casting their vote in the district, and there's a lot of important things and controversial issues on the ballot this election season. Well, we have team coverage following voters as they head to the ballot box. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is in the Commonwealth looking into a major ruling from a judge impacting Virginia voters. But first, let's go to reporter Yamarisa Say at a polling place in Southeast DC with some things that you need to know.
Polls are officially open for early voting here in D.C., and many people are making their ways to the polls to avoid long lines and to also cast their vote on some important issues here in D.C.
I believe in supporting the civic process, and as a citizen of the United States, especially with people who have fought for this right to vote, that I should be out here.
Several D.C. residents made their way to the polls first thing Monday morning for the first day of early voting.
The election is still tight, which I don't understand. So if there's anything I can do to close that gap, this is the least I can do.
There are also two big decisions on the ballot that impact local residents. One of them is Initiative 83. It calls for opening D.C. primary elections to independent voters, and ranked choice voting, which allows voters to rank up to 5 candidates according to their preference in each race for any office other than political party offices.
But I think, options like that will have an impact on our choices going forward.
Another big decision on the ballot, Ward 8 councilmember candidates Republican Nate Duringe and Democrat Trayon White Sr. Recently, White pleaded not guilty to federal bribery charges after being accused of accepting thousands of dollars in cash bribes in exchange for helping secure D.C. government contracts for businesses.
I think it's important for people to come out and vote and express their opinions on that.
From today until November 3rd, voters will make their choice as early voting centers will be open at 8:30 a.m. until 7 p.m. To vote, all you need to be is a U.S. citizen, a resident of D.C., and at least 17 years old. And if you're not registered yet, you can do that and vote the same day. All you need to bring is a proof of residency like an ID or utility bill.
Just come do your civic duty.
To find the closest early voting location near you, you can visit DCNewsNow.com, and early voting ends on November 3rd. Reporting in Southeast DC, I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Yamarie. So now with early voting ongoing throughout the DMV, we're taking a look at how many people have voted so far. As of Saturday, over 33,000 mail-in ballots have been dropped off in the district. And in Maryland, early voting started Thursday, and state election officials say over 360,000 Marylanders have voted so far. That number doesn't include provisional or absentee ballots. And heading over to the Commonwealth, early voting began at the end of September with over 1.5 million people voting so far. Early voting goes until Saturday in Virginia and Thursday in Maryland. And to find early voting sites near you, you can go to our website, DCNewsNow.com. And Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin and Attorney General Jason Miyares are vowing to appeal a federal judge order to restore thousands of suspected non-citizens from voter rolls. And they say that they will take the issue all the way to the highest court. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons breaks down why the judge ruled against them.
Well, the federal judge sided with a Virginia judge's ruling against the purging of as many as 1,600 registered voters here. And she based it on a law that prohibits the purging of voters 90 days before a presidential election.
We're very concerned about this practice. We think that it is putting the votes of eligible Virginians on the line, chasing after conspiracy theories.
Anna Dorman represents the voter rights groups who filed this suit. The groups and the Justice Department say many of the voters purged were in fact citizens. They say their registrations were canceled because of bureaucratic errors or mistakes, like a mischecked box on a form. Attorney General Jason Miyares responded to the ruling by saying Virginia will be filing an appeal in the U.S. Supreme Court immediately. Governor Glenn Youngkin posted on X saying it is common sense. Non-citizens shouldn't be on our voter rolls. He praised Miyares for filing an emergency appeal of the order for Virginia to put over 1,500 people who self-identified as non-citizens back on the voter rolls. But Anna says they will continue to fight back.
I'm confident that we will continue to win. We feel good about the law. We feel good about the facts. We've won at the district court. We've won at the Fourth Circuit, and we believe that we will win in front of the Supreme Court.
Meanwhile, nearly 6 million voters are registered here in Virginia. And under this new federal judge's order, Virginia would have to reinstate 1,500 or more voters who were removed. For now, in Alexandria, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
All right, Liberty, thank you. Developing now, shots fired at the Anacostia Metro Station following a dispute on a Green Line train. Well, that's according to Metro Transit Police. An investigator said a man was grazed by a bullet just before 7 last night. Investigators believe that a dispute between the suspect and a man spilled out into the Metro Station, later resulting in that shooting. The man injured was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Police are asking anyone with information to contact them. And police say that a woman recovering after she was shot in Southeast last night. Officials responded to Savannah Terrace just before 10:30. This is near the Maryland line in Suitland Parkway. Police found the woman grazed by a bullet. Anyone with information is asked to give them a call as well.
Whoa, that was just crazy.
Zach did a great job getting a hand on the ball, allowing it to get back to me, and, we made the play.
The city, they've been waiting for something like this for a very, very long time, and to be able to have this type of excitement, it's fun to be a part of.
It was crazy, but the Commanders win again, this time thanks to a miraculous last-second game-saving play by quarterback Jaden Daniels. Daniels came into the day uncertain if he would even play and ends up playing the hero once again. DC News Now's Alex Flum and Jake Fromm recap the action at Northwest Stadium.
It's like a movie, to be completely honest with you. Like, to be a part of that, it's like, oh, front row seats to something amazing. Whoa, that was just crazy.
Zach did a great job getting a hand on the ball, allowing it to get back to me, and, we made the play.
Man, that was wild. That was so much fun. And what I love about the team is that, we're never out of the fight. And all week we had talked about the ball would decide the game. But to see this group stick together and know that, we're never out of it, that's a really big deal.
I think the more we watch this season, the more we see it is any more than this team could have asked for, any more than this fan base could have asked for. Jaden Daniels, we heard in the locker room, Zach Ertz said to us, you got to stop calling him a rookie. I remember there was a time Jaden said we couldn't even call him a star, but he's a flat-out star, and there's moments where teams take that next step to become a playoff contender, to become a Super Bowl contender. And I bet you I can't get anyone in there to say it out loud. But this moment, I believe what we've seen this season is this team showing that they've gotten it together, this franchise showing that they're serious about competing for a Super Bowl one day. This is the moment that confirmed to me that this team will compete for a Super Bowl.
The toughness that he showed, Jaden Daniels, to come out here. You heard his teammates in the locker room. You heard everyone praising this guy all preseason, but they praised him for how much toughness that he had today coming out here, a tough Bears defense. He didn't have to play this game. Could have sat out. He could have got a little more healthier, could have been ready for next week. Decided to play this game. Big game for them. 4-2 the Bears were coming into this game. So this is a big game for both teams, especially when you get down the road with playoff implications. Tough defense. They were hitting them all game, taking hits, staying in there, running like nothing happened to him, and he just kept on coming back and fighting. And that final play we keep talking about just shows what happens when you have a team behind you, a fan base behind you. Things will happen.
A big thanks to Alex and Jake. And again, the Commanders moved to 6-2 on the season, and they sit atop the NFC East. And they're going to take on the Giants next Sunday on the road.